snapping jokes. Larry, I like it when you're funny. I don't like it when you're educational. That's cool because we can just hang out and just have a good time. I will make a promise to you though, is I will not be lying to you while I'm sharing humor with the revolutions of this football. Sharing jokes, sharing in your hole. Body language. The comedy of body language, where I'm on a connection with you. I'm on a connection with you. I could be watching, I could be saying, hey, do you want to join? Would you like to listen in? When you share an ear hole, this goes into your ear. And some people's ears, they're not exactly the cleanest. So when I do this to you, basically you have two choices. You could be like, oh yeah, I really want to put what was in your ear in my ear. Let me go over the whole steps, which is nonverbal. She only has one of two choices, yes and heck yes. What is yes? Yes is picking up, looking at it, going, oh, that's actually not that dirty. Because when you're doing this, people are going to say, oh, I get it. That's an earpiece. And now your heads are two apart. So let's say this is her head. So then you say, hey, would you like to listen in on this cool video I'm watching? Oh, what video is it? Oh, it's a Larry Cheng video. Would you like to listen in? As you hit her in the face with it. Oh, I would like to listen in. So then now her earpiece is connected here, and now you've got to watch. Now you've got to watch with your face right next to each other. Is this stand-up comedy sitting down? It is. Because I'm asking you, how do you talk to strangers? I'm asking you, how do you talk to people that you've never talked to before? I'm asking you, have you ever shared an earpiece? Have you ever shared your grown-up action? Have you ever shared something so intimate that you're like, oh my God, are we dating now? These are stand-up comedy jokes executed sitting down. Why? Because when we understand what humor is, which is what? It's an interruption of what you would expect. That's what makes things funny. Where we experience, oh, this is what you should talk about, and then the juxtaposition of what you think might happen and what you might expect. Here's an example. Can I have a bite of your sandwich? Excuse me? Are we best friends already? Because you biting my sandwich is incredibly saliva swapping. Think about what a kiss is. It's saliva swapping where you're saying, I'm intimate enough with you that we could be sharing a sandwich. And then you're doing a temperature check. Why? Because if they would like a bite and then they cut you off a piece, you're not intimate at all. Where it's just a completely polite way to share a sandwich. Borrowed underwear. Initially, you started off with, hey, I'm watching a Larry Cheng YouTube stand-up comedy. Would you like to listen in? Would you like to listen in? Would you like to listen in? Because I'm listening on a headset, so as to not bother the people around me. Would you like to listen in? Number 4, basketball shorts as lingerie. When you're doing basketball shorts as lingerie, you are a guy where you're not going to get lingerie, right? You're going to be wearing basketball shorts to bed. When people such as kids are out in public and they're wearing their pajamas, that's pajama pants in public. This is where men who wear their basketball shorts out in public, they're actually wearing their pajamas. Basketball shorts as swimwear. If a girl's sleeping over and she's like, hey, do you have anything that I can wear to go to sleep? She's basically understanding that you wear basketball shorts as lingerie. This is what helps men plan better because women have lingerie as their lingerie. They also have non-risque lingerie as their lingerie. They also have non-lingerie as their lingerie. So do you guys see where when it's that complicated for bedtime clothes, it's going to be mentally complicated because you've got 10 different iterations of women's lingerie, whereas when you're a guy, you have one form of lingerie. Or you have one form of lingerie, which is what? Women. Women hate guys who have their life dialed in simplistically. Because you might go as Mark Green 8045, but let's be honest, you're Margaret. You're Margaret and you're using your boyfriend's account and you're saying, hey, are you still shit talking nonsense? Charlie Jones 222 has chimed in to say hello. We've been hitting on some interesting topics. For example, men's lingerie, aka basketball shorts. Don't get angry at the messenger. Why? Because I'm not going to make life complicated. I don't even know what buying men's lingerie is. Is there even a category? But I do understand that I've got basketball shorts in spade. I don't need the elastic to be perfect because remember, I'm in bed sleeping. Larry, are you the guy who wears 17 pairs of shorts en route to do a bachelorette party? 17 pairs of shorts. 17 pairs of shorts. Why? Oh, this is how I know you're a woman, is because this is how women talk. Women try to slam men by saying, oh, you're definitely a virgin, because if you were slut-shaming me, you'd be a woman telling other women, oh, you're such a slut. But the opposite of slut-shaming as a woman is for a woman to tell a man, oh, you must be a virgin. Confirmed correctly that you can't help but reveal that you're a woman because men don't call other men virgins. That's just not what men do. But women love to vagina shame. What does it mean for a woman to be vagina shaming a man? And thank you for making the stand-up comedy even better. Thank you for making it better. Thank you for, it isn't Mark, it's Margaret. Thank you, because without your impetus here, this would not be the best set of comedy ever. Why? This is what I've observed, and observational comedy is by far the most valuable. What is observational comedy? It's seeing that This is how women try to make men and women feel bad. Why? Because she's out of eggs, she's postmenopausal, she's just angry. Oh, it's been funny, and we've been using you as a debit account because these jokes, they're coming at your expense. You could try to leave, but you'll be back. Why? Because intrinsically, you can't look away. Intrinsically, you can't look away. Because debit, debit you, credit Larry Chang. Because if your negativity weren't showing up, this comedy set would nowhere near be as deliciously, deliciously concoctable, easy to swallow comedy, easy to swallow, which is this is how you as women try to take down men by saying, "Oh, you must be a virgin." What? What? That's your best. That's your best troll. That's your best heckle. That's your best try. You see, women intrinsically will say the same limited amount of vocabulary words. And thank you for telling me that not only are you postmenopausal, that you've actually read very few books. Oh my God. You read 0 books last year. This is how I know you read 0 books. Cheers to figuring out that your brain is broken. Cheers. Oh, that green tea. Whoever brewed that green tea, aka a Caucasian person, when Caucasian people brew your green tea, that makes it amazing. Why? Because it's a Caucasian person doing some Asian shit for you. Calling a person virgin. Thank you. Thank you. Because what you're showing in calling a person a virgin is this. Is you're telling a person, hey, I think you're really good looking, but other people don't want to have sex with you. I I want to have sex with you, Larry Chang. That's what you're saying. If you're talking to a woman, this is your limited vocabulary. You'd say, "Oh, look at you. Look at you, all tall and attractive. I bet you're a slut. I bet you're a ginormous slut." This is how the words that we choose reveal who we are. This is how the words that we choose end up end up being a confessional. In private equity, we call this giving a person enough rope to choke. Why is it called rope to choke? Because have you seen pedos and people who are children lovers? They end up doing what? They end up revealing who they are. Why? Because they can't help it. They can't help it. They just say stupid shit. And brain rot. So when your brain has, this is what I want, when your brain says, this is intrinsically what I want, it leaks out of you. And that's why the stand-up comedy is only good when you say quasi-negative things. You can't look away and no, I'm not going to time you out. Your hat is so stupid. Pin. Why do I pin people's negative things? Because one, it's interruptional. Two, it's the opposite of what you think would happen when you're managing an audience. This is why people throw things that are Hail Marys that are hiding homosexuality. Why is it hiding homosexuality? Because when your brain gets turned around, you don't know if you're coming or going. That's where people say, you must be confused. That's a projection where you're saying, oh, this person is confused because I'm confused. Where it's a projection of, this is how they must feel because I feel super similarly. That's where projection comes from. What happens is you can't get to third party perspective. What happens is you can't get to, how is this person viewing the world? How is this person interpreting new information? How is this person processing new information? How is this person adapting to a setting that's meant for stand-up comedy, where you say, oh, your hat is stupid, because you're trying to get an emotional reaction to say, oh, yay, I finally matter. Even if you're not building something up, now you've been able to interact with a human because you spend 10 hours on the internet. You spend 10 hours on the internet. Brad Pitbull has got a joke. Congratulations. I have some jokes too. Oh, feces on the phone. Feces on the phone. Feces on the phone. Has anyone ever asked you, hey, do you mind taking your picture? Do you mind taking my picture? Because feces on the phone is where they bring their phone into the bathroom. Speaking of bringing your phone into the bathroom because your bathroom time takes 30 minutes, it's my friend Ron Lauther. Do you know your objection? It's not coming through. You're going to give me advice. I think I make more money on one video than you do on your entire channel. And you've got 13,000 subscribers. How do you not know? Let's compare treasure maps. You see, this is your treasure map. You think that if you just got to 35,000 subscribers, that all of your solutions would be solved, or all of your problems would be solved. This is what you don't realize that I realize, is that each video should stand on its own and be evergreen. What's an evergreen video? An evergreen video is a video that stands on its own and has its own business model. I'm not going to ask you if you read Alexander Ostrander's Business Model Generation, because we're still talking about feces on the phone. The reason that feces on the phone is fecal matter is because of Ron Lauther. Why? Because we're going from no shit on our phone to shit all over our phone. Because, Ron, I saw your video and I can tell by your face it takes you over an hour to shit. This is why there's feces all over the phone, because you view bathroom time as throne time. And when you see throne time as bathroom time, you've got fecal matter all over your phone. So this is the juxtaposition where you ask me, what is your objection? It's not coming through. You see, you're thinking that I want to be massively popular here. I don't want to be popular here. I want to give you a rectal exam. And I don't want to meet you in person. I just want to analyze your words, because your words allow me a soul exam that's so soulful that it's going to feel like a rectal exam. Why? Because you have difficulty at attention. You have difficulty at attention. You have difficulty with business model. You have difficulty, yet you have so much promise. That's what this is, yeah, I can just tell jokes and be popular. But what other comedians cannot do is turn your channel around, because that's the business model, is being able to turn a channel around. Oh, Brad Pitbull talking about using isopropyl alcohol after the shitter. So so the the genius portion of the genius of it is this. In the same way that in our last video we determined that Larry Chang doesn't let women bring phone into bedroom, you should not be bringing your phone into your house, your home's bathroom. I mean, if you're on the road, like here, if I'm going to be dropping off 3 giant kids in the pool, I'm going to bring my phone. But I don't bring my phone to entertain myself, because giving a food baby is going to be a 30-minute matriculation process. This is where we leave our phone, not in the bathroom. Why? Because your feces on the phone, your out and in is going to be mitigated, meaning you're going to take longer and longer, especially if you've got a family and your only private time is bathroom time. So what you're doing is you're causing your brain to say, it's okay that it's going to take me an hour to drop off 2 small kids in the pool, versus get in, do your business, get out. Get in, do your business, get out. This is where, Ron, I don't think you're eating enough blueberries. I don't think you're eating enough fiber. This is where, what is your objective? See, my objective is not to gain views or subscribers. It's to intimately know the people that are recurring people, and double people. That's my objective, is doubling people. Honey in the bedroom. So, seeing as how nobody thinks that I ever can be monogamous, I can be. And to mix things up a little bit, bringing sugar or honey into the bedroom. Honey in the bedroom. The reason honey in the bedroom is such a not even guilty pleasure, it's an ant attracting pleasure. But honey in the bedroom. What you're doing is you're bringing the kitchen into the bedroom. What you're doing is you're bringing food into bed. And related to honey is chocolate sauce. Related to chocolate sauce is strawberry sauce. Related to strawberry sauce is whipped cream, the kind that's compressed in a can. Not the hand-whipped whipped cream, although now that I'm joking about it, I kind of like that as an idea. Honey in the bedroom. Honey in the bedroom. When the typical person used to do Netflix and chill, now it's, hey, I'm coming over. Should I bring over wine? No. I don't want to see you drunk. What I do want to see is, can you bring over a ginormous can of Ready Whip? Because honey in the bedroom is like a little canister. It's a little canister of honey. The reason people don't like to eat honey is working with honey as a chef. It's not that easy of a product to work with. You bring that into the bedroom. It's gonna be immersive. Gatorade in the bedroom? Ron, ADD, be honest. Be honest. When was the last time you had sex with a woman in your bedroom? Be honest. Because this is Ron having sex in his own bedroom. He's got Gatorade. So you can quote Einstein, but answer this question, which is the last time you had female company, did you have two things? Because this is your rectal exam and your what's that thing that you get checked? Prostate. This is your mental prostate exam, which is I know you have Gatorade because there's no way that you don't cramp up. But number two, in addition to Gatorade, before lady activities with the missus or the woman who's co-retired with you or the woman that you're dating from the dating app that you're using, do you stretch and do yoga prior to strenuous activity? Oh, we could talk about money out with money in with a lapel mic, but a lapel mic goes to goes to being over Wi-Fi, which can be stolen. I don't want you to steal it. I want to catch you watching my shit on YouTube, and I want to see if you can use. I want to see how you consume the YouTube. Why? Because of CRM, cunt relationship management. Normally, CRM is client relation management, whereas this stuff, ooh, perfectly on cue, is to yoga stretching is things that a robot can't transcribe. Things that a robot cannot transcribe. It's USDA certified organic. In this product in the bedroom. See, when Ron refuses to ask questions, I already know the answer, which is he does not stretch before the 11 minutes. 11 minutes. It's a Paulo Coelho book about hiring hookers. Paulo Coelho, the same guy who wrote The Alchemist. Paulo Coelho, the same guy who wrote the book By the River Piedra, I Sat Down and Wept. He actually has a new book, well, newish. It's called 11 Minutes. It's called 11 Minutes. So, Ron, during your 11 minutes, insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Oh, I'm getting some great results right here, which is during your 11 minutes of sex with your significant otter, do you stretch before that? And have you thought about stretching? Stretching and having Gatorade or an immunity boost or juices. This is why we do stand-up comedy. This is why we do stand-up comedy. Because one, I know that you're watching two lives because you're trying to drum up subscribers from other people's subscribers. I caught ya. I caught ya. I caught ya. One, stretching before sex. Two. Do you not even know what kind of gold watch it is? A gold watch. Oh. Oh. You said lapel mics. How many lapel microphones do you think I own? How many lapel microphones do you think I own? Do you think I own more than 10 or less than 10? That's a question. That's a question. Chin music. So, the reason chin music is a form of music is it's a whistle. So, when a baseball's thrown really hard, it actually whistles, where you can hear it fizzle, you can hear it sizzle. Like it's, you can hear it. So when you hear the ball whistling and sizzling and it's going underneath your chin, that's why that's why it's called chin music. What happens when vagina gets thrown at you really hard? Is that a different form of chin music? It is, because you can hear it sizzle. You can hear it. You can hear it. That's okay, Ron. That's okay. That's okay. Because by trying to do two things at one time, you're doing nothing at the same time. Let me repeat that. So you've outsourced all of it to YouTube to be CPM. You've outsourced all of it. Whereas I don't see CPM as valuable. What is CPM? It's cost per 1,000 views. Where you're like, wow, he spent a lot of time on this. His CPM must be less than $1. If you don't see that we caught you with two things: no Gatorade, no stretching for yoga before sex, and no sex. I'm not going to say that your balls got removed, but where did they go? Is there a cliff for balls? I don't even know. I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Because chin music, we spend a lot of time talking about sex. Chin music. We spend a lot of time talking about jokes about sex. But maybe that's demoralizing. Maybe that's demoralizing. Oh, for the brand. For the brand. So when you think that I'm watching this, but listening to another channel that is intellectual, period, interesting experience, have you seen your own content? Have you seen your own content? And I'm not going to say, oh, everybody check out your content, because I've seen your content. And the reason that your quote is perfect is insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Where, look at your videos. If I've seen one video, I've seen all the videos. Whereas these videos are for the brand, which is for the brand. It's a repetition, where the repetition of this is pure comedy, but it accidentally leaks into education. Why? Because I can't help it. That's the baseline base camp, where it's not brain rot for its own brain rot sake. Cheers. Cheers to us juicing. Here's to us juicing chin music for the brand. Oh my God, that's delicious. It tastes like somebody squeezed it. It tastes like somebody squeezed it, who really lovingly squeezed it. Question, who brings sand to the beach? Question, who brings vagina to the Vagina Fest? Question, who brings food? Who brings food to the buffet? Who brings food to the all-you-can-eat buffet? This is my new microphone. This is my new mic stand. This is my new mic stand. Look, I even have a sticker. Oh, so delicious. You guys like my new mic stand? Brain rot. Instead of telling comedy jokes where there are no downsides to having it just be 85% true, what if you could drop jokes that are 100.0% true? Wouldn't that be a lot more useful? Here's another component, which is I'm not so salopolistic and selfish where I don't want to know who each subscriber is. Because deep down I fear when this channel's at 600K subscribers and I won't know 2% of the people. The human brain, it's really not able to parse more than 300 different connections. I'm at 1,600. It's not that I'm uncomfortably popular, it's just that I'm uncomfortable with knowing who is whom. Meaning subscribers. Meaning if I'm going to go to a party, I don't necessarily want to meet 2,000 more people to be friends with. What I'm trying to do at a party is I'm trying to bring one or two people and I'm connecting with maybe one or two people. That's what these videos are meant to do, which is learning about how people move through the world. Larry, I got a sense that if you wanted your channel to be huge, you could just be huge. You're not a bad-looking guy. You've got good communication skills. It feels like you're just floundering here in this channel. What you see as floundering, I see as thriving, where I desperately am, maybe not desperate's the wrong word, but I'm hungry to know who you are. And I read every comment where I'm even extrapolating having to read between the lines to the point where Brad Pitbull feels like he's naked and he's needing to delete messages. That's how well I want to read and study people. That's how well I want to read and study people. Cheers to that. Bringing food to the buffet. Bringing Chinese food to the Chinese food restaurant. Who does that? That would be my mom and dad. Why? Because they don't like the green tea that gets served. They want to bring their own green tea. When you bring your own green tea, that's a level of preparation where you're like, you're kidding me. You brought your own green tea? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like saving the $13. Larry, but I thought you were rich. Why do you care about $13? You weren't in the last video with hooker math. Hooker math. Larry, what if $1? What if hookers cost $1? What if hookers cost $1? Because that's what you don't understand about being rich is you don't say stuff like, "Oh, how do you have a sparkly watch and no lapel microphone?" Right? You ask that. And what you're doing by asking that is you're telling me that one, you've never done a live video. Two, you are waiting for the perfect equipment. You probably even have podcast equipment. You just never used it. Kind of like your penis. That's also never been used. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, if you have a penis, you should go use it because you probably like touch a kid or something because that's how your brain is somebody touched you when you were little and now you're spending all your time on Reddit and YouTube and your brain's broken. How's this for stand-up comedy? How's this for stand-up comedy? That's what happens when you troll. That's what happens when you troll is when you're aggressively attacking, you reveal a position. You reveal a position. Your position is revealed. Ditto if you're a sniper and you give away your position, you are revealed. I'm going to not even guess at how much money you're making at 130K subs. I'm not even going to guess. I'm not even going to guess. But that being said, we're going from FAGR to FAGFF. What's FAGR? It's fucking around and getting rich. Because a certain someone said, "Larry, I'm already rich." I'm like, "Oh? Tell me more. You don't want to get more rich? Not having to risk money to get money?" Which is then saying FAGFF. Because what do rich people like more than free money? Free food. I love free food. I love free food so much that I created a hashtag for it, which is CS183FAGFF, which is fuck around and get free food. Larry, why would you get free food? It's called DoorDash is my dating app. Why is DoorDash my dating app? Because I watch people in how they open their DoorDash. Some people open their DoorDash and they can't even open the top. They just go in from the side and they just rip it open like a rabid dog. Those people have a blood sugar deficiency. Sometimes they call themselves, oh, I don't know, hypoglycemic. Oh no, you got promoted. You got promoted because you didn't get blocked. You got timed out. And that was to fix your brain. And then now that your brain has been fixed, welcome back. Welcome back. Because you watched these videos for 30 minutes and you got better. So now that you're untimed out, you're now a moderator. BKC traps the drivers in his studio apartment and makes them wear headphones. If you know, you know. Exactly. But good job. But good job. But here's the thing that you did that is okay is that you watched a ton of other videos. What you should have done, which would have kept you a moderator, is this. You should have watched other Larry Chang videos because that would have kept you at moderator where you're like, oh my God, I used to be an online Karen because you're a man pretending to be a woman. You're a man pretending to be a woman. You're a man pretending to be a woman. And I caught you. But then as a man, you could have said, I used to be online Karen, and I'm not going to do the transgender work that I used to do. And do you see how if you just picked one gender, one username, one life, you'd be successful because you're pretty smart. You're pretty smart. How proud of myself am I? I'm very proud of myself because when you have sex, you're trying to have sex like a woman who's pretending to be a man. And that's not going to end well. Are you European? Are you European? Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Are you European? But you can see how, because I'm the most American person in America, the fact that b- being being online Karen, I mean, you have to know that people think you're a woman. You have to know that. But good job. But good job. And also, do you see why I'm proud of myself? Because you do talk like a guy, but you're European. Are your parents in conflict with each other? Are you Hapa? Like, are you like half Jewish, half something else? Like, where's that conflict coming from? I know you don't care what other people think, but like, where's the internal conflict coming from? Where's the internal conflict coming from? What do you mean your parents are done? I don't even understand what that means. Like you baked them in an oven? Because I don't think that was real. I don't think the 6 million people got baked in an oven. What do you mean your parents are done? Or if you want, I could pay less attention to you. It feels like you don't want this attention. Ooh, speaking of attention, I should go get some food. I am surrounded by food. Aww. How long ago did they pass away? What's a good memory that you have of them? I'm thankful that my parents are still alive. What's a good memory that you have of them? What is a good memory that you have of your parents? How did they show you love? How did they show you love? How did they show you love? Do you see why this is the best video ever? Do you see why this is the best video ever? It's because I'm not about a new subscriber or a new like. What I'm about is a turnaround. Because you did a great job after being timed out, where you quietly listened and got better because you're going from hooker math to humor. And you recently came in from quarterbacking 12.0, where I'm going to guess that in Europe, nobody cares about quarterbacking, but you got better. You got better via a video. Have you read the book? It's not really rejection from me. It's more just understanding The Road Less Traveled, written by M. Scott Pleck, which we should study buddy on, which is the sins of the father. Because what ends up happening is maybe your dad wasn't just an absentee douchebag. Maybe he just didn't feel like he made enough money. He caused too much pressure to be put on himself and therefore accidentally was a cunt. And then coming to terms with forgiving our father. Well, you forgiving your father. Me, I have a great dad. But then this is the the because the person would ever even have a bad dad. This is third party perspective where you're saying, hey, can I learn from a person who had a bad dad? Which is, can you forgive your father for being a dickhead? This is also the Goyam School of Business, which is, hey Larry, are you Chinese? I am ubiquitously everything. But yes, ABC. But also AI, AGI, which is American intelligence, American guy intelligence, AI, AGI. Have you forgiven him for that? Have you forgiven him for that? AI, AI is going to absolutely change the world, and I'm not gonna sell you on it. I'm just gonna tell you something. On February 8th, 2026, I'm gonna tell you this, which is February 14th, 2027 is hashtag 54 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl. So, this is stand up comedy. We're having a good time hanging out, right? This is how to get a free vacation from a random Chinese dude, which is this. I agree with you. I agree with you. So, AI, this is actually for everybody, which is, can you use Gemini 3 to get a free trip to the Los Angeles Super Bowl that's in Los Angeles February 14? How? By asking AI a question called, how can I get a free vacation to the Los Angeles Super Bowl? Booyah. Done. Booyah, done. Booyah, done. That just happened. Because Gemini 3 is very useful. And you're just having Gemini 3 do the most base thing ever, which is the most basic thing ever, which is how can you plan a trip to Los Angeles that's self-funded? So self-funding is where each video is a 80K ROI. Because what my 130K sub friend forgot was he forgot to set an intention for this video. Where this video, I want it to make $80,000. And I know I'm laughing at Ron because he's a retard, but he's telling me that I don't know what I'm doing. He's telling me that I don't know what I'm doing. Like, tell me 3 books that I've read that. Tell me I don't read more books in 1 week than you read in 10 years. Let me repeat that. Let me repeat that. Tell me any week of my 1 week's reading are not 10 weeks of your reading. This is the whopper. Is let's say I have 600 subscribers, okay? I have right around 600 subscribers. Does that make this video not worth $80,000? Do you not know that subscribers and likes are not part of the algorithm? Like, how do you not know this? And I'm not going to say who is Matt Cutts, and I'm not going to say who is Danny Sullivan, because this is stand-up comedy. Matt Cutts, Danny Sullivan, Larry Chang. We should be Mo, Larry, and Curly. Who are Mo, Larry, and Curly? It's boomer comedy for three Jewish guys that are doing slapstick. Matt Cutts, Danny Sullivan, Larry Chang. That's us doing money served up on a plate. What's this a plate of? It's a bone, but it's not a real bone, it's a pastry bone. And who made it? The pastry chef. Who's it for? It's for a dog. It's for a dog. It's for a cute, cute, cute little dog. It's a cute little dog. He's a cute, cute, cute little muffin. And the reason that my muffin is, the reason my muffin's a little muffin is because that's his job. His job is to be on the towel. Brady, you're off your towel. You're very cute. You're off your towel though. Brady, you smell so clean. It's time for a dancing break. It's time for a dancing break. While we avoid a copyright strike. So there's this guy, his name is Oren, and we're at a tech party, and Lionel Richie is playing piano. And Oren, he's really good at self-funding. He went to MIT, but he's incredibly street smart. So he sees Lionel Richie playing piano, and he's like, hey, do you want to come over to my house tomorrow and play piano? I'm like, who's Lionel Richie? Is that what's her name's dad? And it turns out it is. So Oren Michaels has got Lionel Richie at his house. So he's got Oren Michaels at his house. Oren Michaels got Lionel Richie at his house. And like this stand-up comedy set, people are like, why is this guy working so hard for like a 90-minute set where I don't think he's getting paid $2 million. I think he's just coming over and hanging out. And people didn't get it because they're like, did you have to pay him $1 million to play here? Where it was just confusing to a lot of people. It was just confusing to a lot of people. I'm not going to say that caused Lionel Richie to make millions and millions of dollars, but people didn't understand what was going on. And then beta males who didn't have a dad, who are negative, they showed who they were because they couldn't believe that Lionel Richie was so charming. So after he played for like 2 hours, he played forever. He hung out with everybody, wanting to meet everybody. And I was like, this is some goat behavior. But people were trying to make fun of him. People were trying to make fun of him. People were trying to make fun of him. Yes, thank you for citing Larry Chang. Thank you for citing Larry Chang. Hooker math, hooker economics. Yeah, I've heard that guy talk before. He's a genius. He's a genius. But I'm kind of intimidated. I'm kind of intimidated by that guy. The hooker economics guy. I'm kind of intimidated by him. Gatorade by the bed. Gatorade by the bed. Why is there Gatorade by the bed? Because if you're going to do round 2, you better not cramp up, which is why electrolytes. But here's the thing that's outside of electrolytes is copious amounts of green tea. The other thing is puppy management. The other thing is puppy management. You guys have been such a good audience. I really had a good time spending time with you guys.